It seemed to be that that was a very tough statement about the American auto industry. Chuck, it looks like he's giving almost an eviction notice to two major auto producers. GM's got 60 days, the other company 30 days. The Chrysler looks almost like a goodbye to Chrysler. The first one was a very serious yellow flag in terms of its future. How did you make it out politically here?
Well, I tell you, I go back to what we said at the beginning, which was he really came in. They truly have sort of a very decisive action that they wanted to take here with the auto industry. It's my understanding that the president himself believes that bankruptcy should be used as a way to speed up the process. But I'll tell you, the other thing that was so striking was the fact that he became President Goodwrench. He started talking about the warranties and what that meant, started talking about Buick, started talking about the GM brand. So I guess I would take issue with, I think he made it clear that GM has a future, that the government was going to rally around GM, that their cars were going to, that company was going to spearhead the auto industry for the United States. You're right on Chrysler. It was pretty clear there weren't a lot of kind words about Chrysler. You didn't hear him single out brands. So it was sort of odd. I have to just hearing the president guarantee warranties, I'm thinking to myself, will GM start putting that in their ad campaigns? Will Chrysler, put in, your warranty guaranteed by the President of the United States? So it's not something you see every day. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting in terms of playing Mr. Goodwrench. He was almost a salesman, as you say, for Buick. I mean, was he there picking the winners? Was he saying, I want to bring in Richard Wolff on this point. Was he actually out there saying, we're going to have to restructure, we're going to have to pick the winners, Cadillac, Buick, and some aren't going to make it like Chrysler. And I'm telling you that now. Take it from the shoulder.
I think he was most definitely saying there are pieces of this companies worth saving, and also a third element that is going to be an incubator unit, like an R&D, clean car, clean technology-driven thing, which is a long way off still to this day. So there are pieces of this thing that are going to survive, but these companies are not going to make it as we know them. That's what he was really saying.
Did he make
today.
A push for a hybrid? Did he make a push for a Bolt?
Sure he is. And remember, that's a piece of projection here. Nobody knows how big that market is going to be. We don't know where oil prices
yet, do we?
We don't have the cars yet. We don't know what gas prices are going to be like, because that's an important factor. Are people going to want to pay extra for these cars given where gas prices are at that moment?
Steve Leisman, I want to get to what we're looking at here in terms of the president's option he took today. Obviously with the advice of Geithner, the Secretary of the Treasury, obviously with the auto czar, Steve Ratner. What were the options he had today to basically foreclosing? It seems to me the way things are, the money won't keep flowing. You're going to have to restructure, some form of bankruptcy, and serious consolidation by the auto industry. Was there an alternative to this? We don't have least. Well, let me go to John Harwood with the same question. An industry question here. It's a tough one, but did he have any alternative today, John?
Sure, he had alternatives. He could have said, under the terms of the deal struck between the government and GM, they have not met the test of viability, therefore the money gets sent back, therefore they're forced into bankruptcy right now. He didn't do that. Why? Because a Democratic president is not going to let the flagship company from the state of Michigan and that auto industry, which is so important to the economy of the United States, to union workers in the United States, he's not going to let it go down. But he is going to try to conform it to his vision about a clean energy future, about a more efficient economy, an economy that is weans us from the addiction to foreign oil. And that's exactly what he did. He was reconciling those competing pressures between taxpayers who don't want an open-ended dump into these companies, but also the need to keep these companies alive. And so he showed Rick Wagner the door, and they're going very aggressively to try to reshape this company.